Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. Tell them where you from. 813 going crazy. Yeah. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. Now when I say the loose cannons, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm talking Bobby Latte, Stank Bastard, and Samurai Lee. You ain't never seen no her before, no podcast like this. These boys they entertain you, then take you on road trips, go to other cities, raid and pillage, watch the Bucs kick ass. If we in the stands and fans talk shit, we gon' whoop them fans. You'll see us in the red and blue.
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is Monday, November 10th, 2025, and you are watching the Loose Cannons Podcast. I am your boy, the Samurai Lee, hanging out with the one and only extremely white and somehow okay and happy Stank Bastard. Don't forget to hit the like button, please, on your way out. Or actually, you know what? Do it right now. And then on your way out, leave us a comment on why you believe Josh Grizzard is the source of everybody's pain and suffering and neck pain and all of it. I mean, if you saw your mailman, stuck on the side of the road with a flat tire, probably Josh Grizzard's fault. But I want to hear from you as to who else's downfall, all right, do you blame on Josh Grizzard. As always, don't forget to check out loosecannonslive.com where you can watch and listen to every one of our episodes. And, of course, check out our Discord community of free Bucs nonsense, as well as maybe, Arcane and Cartel, where you get to be a cool little member and get some cool little perks. Stanker, yesterday, I don't know where to begin with this, man. I don't even have topics for this because I knew we were just going to rant back and forth. We needed the therapy. We talked about the bye week heading into this game. What are the things they're going to look at? What are the things they're going to possibly fix? What are they going to address? And time again, the offensive line and Josh Grizzard came up, and holy shit, we start the game on fire. We go down the field. We score a touchdown. All right, opening possession, 7-0. 7-0. And then the defense comes out, forces a fucking punt. Okay? We're feeling it, right? We're like, oh shit, we fucking got this. It's back. The wagon is back. All right? And then wagon quickly proceeded to lose all four of its wheels, in my opinion. I don't even know where to really begin other than let's talk about the first half, and then we'll talk about the second half, and then we can just yell at each other about everything else.
Yeah, I mean, the first half was great up until the last 49 seconds of the game, right? Or the first half, and then leading into the second half. And from there, I feel like we never got momentum back. We're playing catch up the entire rest of the game. I mean, since we don't have any topics, and I'm not going to just step on a future topic, and you really have gone in on Josh Grizzard over the last 24 hours, so much so, I think you really pissed off Josh Q. I feel like he's taking it back out on you, and there's some kind of Twitter war going on right now.
It's not a one-game thing. That's why. That's my problem.
I know it isn't. It isn't. I've been critical of Grizzard, not Joshy Q, of Joshy Grizzard, a lot this season. And I was happy to see us come out hot. I felt like the scripted plays were great. Overall, I didn't seem to have as much of an issue with play calling this game as you did outside of the red zone area. And then that last drive, which I'm still scratching my head about that fourth down play call. And the more I've watched it, the more it still makes absolutely no sense. One thing's for sure, he hates attacking in the middle of the field. He very, very sparingly am I seeing him setting defenses up. I don't see the chess game happening. I don't.
So I've been saying this for weeks, Stank, since the Seattle game. It just feels like there's no cohesive game plan on display. Like you can't tell what they're trying to do. Like some games are like, yeah, we tried to establish the run. It didn't work out. We lost the game. But you could look back and say we tried to do this and that. And then another game, you could say we tried to do that and this. And then every one of these games this year, outside of maybe the Texans game and the Seattle game. And the Seattle game, you could almost just say is a fucking outlier, right? Because it just random nonsense happened. It became a fireworks show. And Baker played basically perfect. So unless he plays perfect, like that can't possibly be the expectation in order to run a successful offense. But I digress there. The majority of what I see is just a non-coherent, obvious game plan. Like what is the intention from week to week, even just against this opponent this Sunday? What was the intention there? We stopped running when you should have run the ball. We don't really do much when we're in 2nd and 5 and we have an opportunity to be successful. And the people who want to give me all these stats about percentages and ETAs and EPL, like I don't give a fuck about that shit, dude. If you have 10 points at the end of the first half and your defense, and I'm not saying the defense is without blame, but if your defense has forced a couple of punts to start the game off, you got to do something. You can't go 7-0 and then punt, and it's like you got to do something because at some point the law of averages kicks in, right? Something's going to go right for the other team, who, by the way, also gets paid, also is talented, and spare me the whole injury bullshit, okay? At some point, they're going to get a lucky bounce. They're going to block a play perfectly. Somebody's going to slip. Somebody's not going to pay attention to the wide receiver they're standing directly across from for some fucking reason, and you're going to get blown by, and a play's going to happen. You just can't allow that law of averages to kick in when you just keep trotting the defense out there. Yeah, go win this game. Go win this game. Well, we don't even fucking have any clue what the fuck we're doing. And I know Ben went out after that fucking PAT, but come on, man. There's other teams that suffer the same or worse injuries and just adapt. You have personnel to adapt. And I said this to you, Stank, walking out the stadium. I don't understand if Grizzard truly understands his own personnel, let alone the opposing team's personnel. The way he uses Sterling Shepard makes no sense to me. The way he doesn't really use Tez Johnson doesn't make sense to me. The way he uses Cade Otton, who's never outrun a human being in his entire life, right? The way we use him on 3rd and 13 makes no fucking sense to me. And that just goes, like, just because you were missing guys doesn't mean you can't change and adapt knowing what your weaknesses are and what your shortcomings are. That's my biggest issue. It's not that we didn't score 30 points every week, but come on, man. You got to do better than that. That shit is putrid.
Yeah, I mean, my issue isn't necessarily that we don't run good plays. It's just when he calls them, right? It's the pacing. The 4th down call, for example, you had to know that they were going to try to bring the house, right? The game was on the line. To not take advantage of their aggression, to not even have an audible call at the line of scrimmage, and maybe they did. Maybe Baker's like, I think we can win on this play. I don't know. And, you know, and without Baker's wheels, he's much less magical. And defenses are spying him. We know that, but you know, physically, he's not out there, you know, doing what he does best, which is extending plays with his feet. You know, getting critical, you know, moving the chains type first downs with his feet. Maybe he's not completely healthy. I don't know what it is, but without that component and without the you know, the consistency that we haven't had, especially from a player standpoint, it's just way too pedestrian of an offense.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you know your shortcoming is going to be your pass pro, you're down a couple of guys, and you should know at some point watching the Patriots, they're going to blitz you possibly here, there, or on 4th down, or whatever example you want to use. You've got to be prepared. Like last year, Liam, when all these guys went down, he went to a quick passing game. He adjusted and basically said, we're not going to hold the ball long. We're not going to allow 5 and 6 step drop plays to even enter our minds until we maybe set the defense up for them with play action and, you know, kind of lull them to sleep. Like, if you know that you can't hold up, then call quicker plays. Why aren't we attacking the middle of the field with crossing routes? Like, since the Lions game, it seems that everyone just says, you know, we're going to play the Bucs man press for the majority of the game and beat us. Well, you know, there's ways to get around that. It doesn't mean your guy has to always out-athletic the other guy. You can scheme guys open with the way you set up, put them in a bunch formation, put Tez in a bunch formation, and tell them to cross the field. Find me a linebacker or safety who's going to keep up with him. It's going to be rare. So, like, that kind of stuff, that situational 3rd down when you need 3 yards, and you got guys running 5, 7, and 11 yards. Like, what are we doing, man? Come on, like, you know that there might be a chance you might get blitzed. Where's the hot? Like, too many times yesterday and games before this, not just yesterday, guys just weren't open at all. And then there were some moments guys were open. So Baker is to blame in some of this. I'm not saying he's without fault. Like, everybody on this team has fault here. But to pretend that Grizzard puts these guys in a position to win every single play, it's fucking make-believe, man, because you can see it. When guys are not open, they're just not open. And that doesn't mean they're just devoid of talent, because I see other guys on other teams with less talent that are wide the fuck open all the time.
It's frustrating because Grizzard has two hands tied behind his back. We're 6-3 somehow with some really, really disgusting injuries, and you know, he hasn't had it easy. Has not had it easy whatsoever. And it's not all bad. It really isn't. I feel like, you know, when the pressure's on him, you know, in the red zone, you know, and clearly there at the end of the game, I don't know. I just feel like he got too cute. I don't see his intellect yet. And maybe it's because he's never fucking done this before. We have to remind ourselves, the kid has never done this before. He's a smart guy. And without consistency up front at minimum, right? We've got two rookie receivers out there who I think are playing out of their minds right now. You got Cade Otton, who is just underrated, steady, catches the ball, gets his ass beat, crashed on me, Cade. But there are definitely holes in this offense.
Yeah, I'm not saying those guys
I said earlier that we're not attacking the middle of the field. I get that there are guys in the middle of the field. I'm just saying it's not, the play call isn't to attack the middle of the field. You know, and if protection does hold up long enough, maybe we are attacking the middle of the field a little bit more. But we're not running any quick slants. We're not running any pop plays over the middle. Nothing to take advantage of other teams' aggression. Like you said, a lot of this is on Baker too. You know, have you seen him that frustrated since he's been here in a press conference? I don't know. He looked to be throwing somebody under the bus in this press conference.
He's done it in the past too, where he's tried to kind of send a message through those post-game pressers. I think after we lost the Colts game a couple of years ago, he did the same thing. But listen, like, there are guys across the middle. There's multiple times yesterday where the Rashad White was open, or Cade Otton was maybe open for a short thing, and that's on Baker to take what's there. But if he's not seeing it immediately, that's telling you it's not even the main read. That means it's down the chart on his progressions, which is the problem. The problem should be to attack the middle, or the game plan should have been to attack the middle of that defense, to create space there and crossing routes with guys like Tez. And I'm not saying Tez didn't play well. I'm not saying Emeka didn't play well. I'm not saying Cade isn't dependable as fuck and kind of the only option at times. But to use him on a 3rd and 13 screen pass and somebody to tell me, well, it worked in Seattle. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to fucking work every time. Sometimes guys miss tackles. And like against a team like that can't be the play. And that's what boggles my mind. It drives me nuts is that our situational game, like play calling, it doesn't add up. It just doesn't sequence from one play to the next. And when we are in certain situations, it looks like we don't even know what we're supposed to be expecting. And you can tell the offensive line has been getting their ass kicked on games and stunts inside all season. There's been no adjustment for it. There's been nothing. I mean, like, come on. Like, there's got to be something.
You got a green center and musical chairs everywhere else, right?
I get it.
There's just complete disconnect in regards to communication. And then guys are just getting beat physically one-on-one. And I don't care if Graham Barton had a great game. At the end of the game, when it counted, he you know, and whether it was his responsibility or not, but you are the play caller on that offensive line. It's your job pre-snap to shift protection wherever it needs to go. Okay? But he just basically olayed the stunt, and maybe it's not his responsibility, but it is responsibility to make sure that we're in the right protections up front, and at least the communication up front with those guys. And Graham hasn't had it easy either. You know, as much as we shit on Graham and Bucs Twitter shits on Graham, he hasn't had any consistency to the right or left of him. Obviously, start off the season playing left tackle. It's been tough for him too. But he gets whooped one-on-one far too often. Maybe not necessarily in this game. He was. But here's the thing though. If you know this as a play caller, you know this going in. My team is struggling with X, Y, and Z. Why are we calling 5-step drops? Why are we calling, these long, slow developing plays? Get the ball out quick and eventually watch the defense have to sit back a little bit.
Watch them have to sit back a little bit, and then everything else opens up. And yesterday, for the first time all season, I was saying run the ball more. They should have run the ball more. They actually were doing well when they were running it up the middle, and then they would waste downs running it to the outside. I get it. Sometimes you have to. But, man, on that third 3 coming out of that 2-minute warning at the end of the game, Stink, I would have loved for them to run the ball. It's 4-down territory. They haven't really stopped you up the middle. Rashad and Tucker were both running the ball fairly well up the middle, and Tucker was getting a good juice out of it. Run the ball. Like, that's the stuff. Like, I'm looking at I'm like, damn it, dude. You know you're going to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on 3rd down on the ground. Why not? They gotta waste their timeouts anyway. You're hoping to bleed the clock down, do that thing that you did in Houston and end the game with no time left at all. Like, why not run the ball there? And there are other moments in the game where you're in 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, and we're just doing the same bullshit over and over and over again. And I understand, and Mecca, he's a rookie. He's going to have his moments, but it's frustrating to watch because I don't think that we lost to a better team yesterday. I think we just got out-schemed or out-coached or out-prepared, and some of it is on the coaches, and some of it is on Baker, like somebody pointed out. He did keen on Mecca a lot.
The margin for error when you play good football teams is very little, right?
Very.
Critical plays like the Sterling Shepard, pass interference or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And from the other angle, it didn't look good. But I don't know it was intentional. It doesn't fucking matter, honestly. When you make those types of mistakes, and the defense makes good plays, they turned it up a notch. The Patriots defense turned it up a notch at the end. They hit on Cade, on 3rd down. Baker maybe threw the ball a little high, whatever. It doesn't matter. They made Cade pay for it right there. It's just the problem is in those tight games, you can't be the one to make the mistake like we did in the playoff against the Redskins. I mean the Commanders. You just can't do that kind of shit. And I don't know, man. Growing pains are tough, especially when you're going out there with the walking wounded. It's starting to be concerning in regards to when we're going to get some of these guys back, like Bucky and Chris. But it doesn't really matter, right? We can cry about that. It's not going to change anything.
Yeah, but you're going into a game. You know who you got. Yeah. You know who you got. So you got to figure out a way to the excuses of that time has run out, man. Like I get it. He's a rookie play caller. He's learned and somebody keeps pointing out who his 3rd down play coordinator. That shit doesn't matter. He's still the one calling the plays, and those plays get approved by him leading up to the game. He's not just getting a blank. Oh, I've never seen these 3rd down calls before until today, game day. Like he knows what his 3rd down calls are, and that's again, it goes back to the game planning. But a lot of it too stink. I'm not going to pretend that Baker's not at fault. The offensive line's at fault. The guys running wrong routes. I mean, on that one play action on 1st and goal, and I think Baker boots a little bit, or it's a play action. He rolls out. We had 2 receivers running the exact same route to the same corner of the end zone. And I'm like, I guess Baker just threw it away. At that point, whose fault is that? That's not the offensive coordinator's fault. Some of that is just the execution. And that's why people are like, why aren't you harping on the defense who gave up all those big plays? Man, with the big play, we still had a lead. We had a 10-7 lead going right into that, into the end of the first half. And then Stephon Diggs makes a ridiculous play. And sometimes it happens. But the point I'm making is, again, the more opportunities you shove those guys out there, the more likely that play is going to happen, especially against a good team. You can survive that shit and punt and 3 and out over and over again against the Saints and the Panthers of the world. You can't do that against the good teams. And that's ultimately what kind of defines what a good team is anyway. You got to be able to figure that out, man. And I'm not saying the defense is without blame, but when I look at their problems yesterday, Stank, it's a run fit, right? It's a guy not paying attention to the wide receiver in front of him in man coverage, which he wants to play, by the way, right? It's guys that are just not doing their job, which I feel like is correctable. That's an execution thing. That's not a scheme. They didn't give up those runs schematically. They just didn't execute their job. They didn't set the edge on 2 of those plays. But when you look at the offensive side, it's more than just execution.
It doesn't worry me because it doesn't happen often to this defense. We don't give up runs like that. The last one towards the end of the game, I don't know, man. That game was pretty much out of our hands.
I don't even count that. They gave us the ball. They gave us the ball twice within 5 minutes.
Guys out there trying to be ultra aggressive, not staying committed to their gap responsibilities, and shit happens like that. You said do your job. We have an intern who's not doing his job. We had a super chat 10 minutes ago from
you guys. Were actually on a tear right now, and I have it here.
Oh, all right. You want to do it?
Yeah, King Sorrowful, $5 super chat. On the plus side, we won't have to worry about a team poaching our OC this season. The negative side, do we even want this guy to be our OC?
I don't know. I don't know yet, man. I don't know.
Hot take, I think this is a one and done season for Grizzard. I don't think he sticks around as our OC.
It's really going to depend on what happens here towards the end of the season, whether he shows some growth or not. You would have hoped after the bye that we saw more than what we saw yesterday. And people keep on saying Baker's locking in on Emeka. The play call, if Emeka's the first read and Baker right now, this offensive line isn't giving him second, third, fourth read type of, I just don't think he trusts to sit back there and go through his progressions. So a lot of times it's a one read type of thing with him, and the play calls are being called to Emeka. Not to excuse Baker. He also needs to get up there. He's the veteran on that team at this point and take command and make sure that we can get in and out of plays. And I think he's done some of that, but the more pressure on Baker at this point to really command, because he's also fucking, well, I mean, he's used to, breaking into OC at this point, but
I mean,
man, it's just frustrating.
There's a lot of people that kind of said that Baker was force feeding Emeka. And to an extent, I agree, but also that's why you have a guy like that. You should be able to have a guy that you can force. Look how many times Chase gets the ball thrown to him. I mean, Jamar Chase has like 30 targets, not 30 obviously, but like he's up there in like 18, 19 targets some games. Like that's what you want. You want a guy that you can say, we could throw the ball to this motherfucker 15 plus times and we're going to make plays because of it. When it overrides guys that are open and moving the sticks and kind of staying ahead of things, that's when the line kind of has to get kind of gray. But listen, we're not going to pretend that Emeka has been perfect. He's had his moments of greatness, and you could see, but he's also had moments where he's learning. You could see him dropping passes, being in the wrong spot, running even the depth of his routes sometimes aren't perfect. So you can only imagine what a guy like Tez is doing out there. And it feels to me like some of that force feeding is a trust thing that's going on with Baker. It's like he only trusts 17, 88, and 2 when there's anybody around them traffic-wise. And everybody else, as long as they're open, he trusts them to a degree. But it feels like even his deep passes, he's missing them. You can tell that there's something going on there. Even before the game, they talked to him, the CBS people, and he said that the last 2 games I've been playing at 50%. So let's do, he got 1 week off. Like, how much better do you think he is now? 65? I mean, 70? Come on. And so, again, these aren't things that we know, but these are things that they should know behind closed doors. These are things that Grizzard should know. Is the offense changed because of that? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it has. They're still taking shots down the field that he's just getting sacked. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just really frustrating to watch when we have guys that I think are more talented and just not being used properly. Just like, I love Sterling.
It's more frustrating when the game's in our control and we just kind of fucking seem to kind of piss it away at times. We had a lot of opportunities to take a big lead early on, didn't take advantage of that. You said that earlier. The defense did their job in the first half, and then we just kind of eventually the fucking walls crumbled and, we were holding on by the seat of our pants. We were kind of lucky to be in it towards the end of the game there. If not for Tyke making a fucking Superman play in the end zone, pulling Antoine Winfield Jr. and potentially saving that game, it's not even a game at the end. We're not even really feeling like we should have won that game. But
that's the point I was making, Stank. Think about this.
Yeah.
Our defense, with those 2 massive plays, because at that point, I don't think they had the last one came at the end after this. They gave us the ball as an offense and a chance to win the game down 5, 2 times under 5 minutes, right? And that one that they gave up a big play goes down into the red zone, ends up being a pick in the end zone. They gave us the ball again and said, go score, go win us the game 2 times. Okay, 2 times. I can't sit here and berate the defense when they, at the end of the whole thing, they still did their job in that moment. Of course, I don't want the big plays. Of course, I don't want Zion McCollum, who just got paid, to be out there sleepwalking for some fucking reason when he's got one-on-one coverage, But they did their job. And so all you can ask as an offense is get us the ball back. And they did that twice. And what do we do with it? Nothing. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem.
It's an enormous problem. It really is. I don't know if we have an answer, man. We don't. And it doesn't look like the cavalry's coming back anytime soon. So they've got to get this shit figured out. And, maybe Baker's health starts to become less of a factor. They're not using Rashad in the pass game very much, but I don't feel like they're brave enough to not allow him to pass block or not pass block on passing downs because they don't trust this offensive line. They don't trust their first round pick starting center. even worse is kind of shown he's human right now. You got Luke coming back from injury. I'm sure he was a little bit rusty. Didn't really see anything egregious from him. And we lose really the most stable piece that we've had all season. And Ben on that after that first series, it's just the hits keep coming with the offensive line, man. I know that we're licking our wounds. Buffalo's licking our wounds. They're very fucking beatable. And I get that it's going up to Buffalo and playing in cold weather. And I'm sure we'll talk more about the Buffalo game here towards the end of the week. But I feel like Bucs fans are already giving up a bit. They're like,
I mean, I'm not saying fire the guy, and he's not getting fired. I don't even think he's getting demoted after the season. Like that's just not something you do unless there's a complete just falling of the wheel, like the wheels fall off completely, which it's pretty shitty to watch us go from 50%, efficiency on third down to like 30 something now. We're not scoring anywhere near the same number of points. There's all these excuses built in. I get it. But man, I'm not saying fire the guy. I'm just saying there has to be a conversation in that building of we need to do some shit differently. The one thing that never really makes sense to me is before Bucky got injured, we were giving him the ball and running the ball a lot. We're like getting him the ball 20, 23, 24, 25 times. Then all of a sudden he leaves. And then now collectively between the two running backs, we're at like 11, 12, sometimes 15. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you really want to shorten the game and you want to keep Baker protected with this offensive line, you got to come up with creative ways to run the ball with whoever's back there. And that's like we were running with Bucky without our starting center in his starting center position. Our guard was playing center without Tristan Wirfs on the field at all, and Luke Gedeke not there and Cody Mock not there. So you're telling me once Bucky left, all of a sudden we're like, oh shit, we can't run block because we don't have our guys. Hey, the guys weren't fucking there anyway. So what changed? Like what happened there? And it just, again, this just seems like I don't know, man. I don't know if they abandoned the game plan, but it's very rare that you go into game plan and you have this fucking plan B emergency if one guy goes out scenario, right? It just doesn't, it's not normal. So I don't know, man. I feel like I felt after the Saints game, which we won, but like nothing really changed through the bye week.
It feels like we're on a 3-game losing streak after this.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
It feels like we're way worse than 6-3.
Yeah.
We haven't played well even in wins recently, and it's just a bit of more of the same this week, which is the frustrating part. I think it's like, okay, we're all hoping that after the bye week we come out with some new type of energy, and it's just the same old energy. If anything, I feel like the energy might have been worse coming off the bye. They looked a little.
They started really good though on both sides of the ball. Yeah. It was hot, dude, and I was like, oh shit, we're fucking flying around today, and then it died, man, and I don't know, man. It just was.
Off script, the offense wasn't shit, and
like losing this game. It's an AFC opponent. We didn't really lose much ground in terms of our own division. Somehow the Saints somehow beat the Panthers, so that's fine. And then I think we dropped a couple spots in the overall NFC position. My thing is, like, when you have a 3-game scenario like we do now, where it's the Patriots, the Bills, and then the Rams, you're expecting to lose the Patriots or the Bills and the Rams, right? Those are kind of the juggernauts of the NFL. So you can't afford to lose a game like the Pats game where we're actually in the game. Like, that's what hurts me is that we lost a game we should have won against a team that we should beat. And that's what frustrates me because now the next two, you kind of have no room for error, and especially against the Rams, who, if we lose to the Rams, we will now be tied or slightly lower than the Eagles, the Rams, and the Lions. And we would lose all 3 tiebreakers in any scenario that plays out in the playoff seeding. So that's a big one. Like, you got it. Like, it almost forces the Rams game to be a must-win game now because you don't have any margin for error, regardless of that cake schedule after these 3 games. So, like, you can't stub your toe when you can't afford to stub your toe, Stank. We talked about this, right? We fucking stubbed our toe, man. And it's big. It's a big old fucking boo-boo.
Yep, but it's a loss. We got to move on from this shit. Like you said, Carolina fucking shit the bed, thankfully. And the Saints, ruined their draft, potential a little bit. Like, go ahead, get 2-3 more wins. Do Idiots. It. Beat Carolina and Atlanta again. I'm rooting for you guys to do that shit. And get a mid-tier pick. You guys, your franchise is terrible, but we do need you to do your fucking job when you play division opponents at this point. It's just, yes, the Bills game, it's scary because of Josh Allen, but they are not playing well whatsoever. And this is going to be a get back game for both teams, which should make it interesting. But I like a pissed off Baker Mayfield. I do. And I can tell it's been brewing in them for a little while now. We play better when we're pissed off. Maybe a loss is a win in this case. I don't know, but it's not going to change what happened yesterday.
I have a feeling Baker and maybe a couple other guys on that offense side of the ball are going to have some get-togethers with Grizzard this week, because I think some of this frustration is bubbled to a certain point. All right, and I think that conversation is probably going to have to happen. I don't know if they've told Baker don't run, keep yourself fresh, or if he's just trying to prove a point, or if he's just trying not to get killed so he can make it through. I hardly question that guy's heart, so you kind of understand read between the lines there.
I have a theory.
Oh, what? Intern Izzy's on the show, by the way, folks. I completely forgot about that.
Hey, what's going on, people?
All right,
I have
Intern,
a theory.
I'm going to let you have 2 minutes, all right?
Okay,
go ahead.
Cool. Appreciate it. I have a theory.
Can you last 2 minutes?
Yes, more than that. I truly believe, and this is something I spoke with Vixen about yesterday after the game. What if Grizzard, when he was formulating his play calling, he had Mike, Bucky, Chris, Jalen at the time. Pretty much he had everybody available. But with all these injuries, it's kind of messed up his game plan. It's kind of messed up like his play calling scheme.
No.
And he's been struggling to like adjust accordingly with everybody else involved.
That's not how offenses work. You install the offense. It doesn't necessarily like you find the plays in your offense that you kind of, assign to certain guys, right? And use certain guys in certain situations. But you're not installing an offense thinking I've got these 4 playmakers and that's why I'm calling these plays. It's an offense.
Not only that, there's been plenty of time to figure it out from a contingency standpoint. Like
I get it, but like it seems like he's lost in these certain situations where like
that's the preparation thing, man. I don't want to call him dumb because he's smart as fuck. He went to Yale. You don't go to Yale on accident. But I mean, right now,
maybe mommy and daddy, got money.
Maybe that could be a thing.
Sometimes you can get into Yale. If you got,
notice he's getting uglier as the season goes on. I've noticed too. Like he really feeling it.
Can we say this? He looks dumb.
He looks dejected as fuck. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. If you look at him, you'll be like, that guy, he works at Tractor Supply. He doesn't look like a Yale.
You think
dude.
A guy like Baker, who's the frat guy, probably bullies the fuck out of him. Probably doesn't respect him when he talks to him.
He's a football guy.
Doesn't respect him, right? And he was a quarterback too. So I can see Baker going, I don't know, man. I don't know about you. You look like you never even went to a dance with a girl.
You think that Baker clearly was calling somebody out in the press conference? Do you think Baker was calling out Grizzard?
Possibly. I wouldn't put it past him. But then again, I don't know if it's
in the chat
possible.
right now. I want to get a poll going here. Who do you think Baker was calling out? He was specifically calling out a person. I don't think he was calling out a unit. If you haven't watched the press conference yet, I highly recommend you do, because he was definitely sending a message through the media that he's tired of this shit and that somebody's got to take responsibility for their actions, kind of shit, like you would do when your kid got in trouble. Dad Baker came out in the press conference. I'm curious. Who do you guys think was at the end of that focus from Baker right there? Can't fucking talk.
I put the poll in actually. So I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't think he's calling out anybody specific. I think he's calling out the entire unit to take a little bit more pride. And I kind of want to say if there was a unit he's looking at when he's making that, that little announcement, I think he'd be looking at the offensive line. I really do. And I think he'd be looking at Graham Barton, and you guys might kick my ass for this, but I think he might have been looking at Tristan Wirfs a little bit too.
You think so?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Think so?
I mean,
Really?
listen, Baker's a guy who likes to be coached hard, right? Tristan's a guy that likes to be coached hard. And sometimes as a leader, you got to light fires under guys' asses who don't necessarily need it, but that their work ethic leads by example. And so sometimes you got to light their asses up and be like, damn, he called out fucking Tristan Wirfs.
Right.
I better get my ass from Duke in line.
That sounds like something like Tom would do. Right?
Phil Jackson-esque.
That's very Tom-esque, yeah.
Right? You go after the alpha in the locker room and you make an example out of him. You show which alpha, and then everybody else in the locker room is like, holy shit, did he just call out Tristan Wirfs in public?
It's like when you get to prison, first thing you do in that they are just be just challenge the biggest motherfucker in that joint and hope you don't die. And if you do that, you got some fucking.
Who wins in that fight? Fist fight. Wirfs, Baker.
I mean, definitely worse.
That's worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But hey, guess
Baker,
what? Baker won't back down. Though.
Baker's got a knife. Baker's got a knife.
Baker won't back down. He'll take it. He'll keep getting up.
Even with a knife, you think Tristan kills Baker?
It's like that.
Hand-
It's like
hand
that scene in The Longest Yard where Adam Sandler goes out there to play Michael Irvin basketball, right? And they fucking keep fouling him. He's all bloodied up. He just keeps getting back up. Baker will just keep getting back up. There's no way he's gonna quit, right? Ain't no quit in that motherfucker's vocabulary.
So he'll die for this. We know that.
Yeah, he will. But the people who are saying he's calling out Rachaad White, please. Rachaad White puts his body on the line every pass play. Like, what does he want him to do? He's doing it. He's such an unsung teammate at this point. Like, and I get it. They should probably throw him the ball more, but he's out there just getting his ass kicked in the middle of that fucking mess up the middle and blitz packages and everything. So there's no way he's calling that guy out. I just don't see that.
That guy probably had 20 yards rushing on his own yesterday. Like he just had the line collapsed in front of him. There was no pocket or no run lane, and he just did it on his own. Like that's not the guy you're calling out for sure.
Oh, King Cook's speaking my language a little bit now. He wants me to call out Levante David. Okay,
let's call out LVD and HWJ.
All I'm saying
performances.
is we gave up 2 big runs, and I wanted to go back and blame Dennis.
You did,
specifically on one.
Who was it?
It might have been Levante. Tyke missed a tackle in the gap.
Tyke kind of big overshot.
Short arm tackle. And I think we were single high right there, but Levante wasn't.
People don't realize just how well Hassan Reddick sets the edge on run plays. Like you saw that yesterday against a team that was somehow able to get to that edge. And man, Yaya played his ass off yesterday, man. There was nothing on the other side to where
Vita was there too. He really had a sack or two.
Hey, this is my podcast. Chris Braswell didn't really finish off that side of the field. Sorry, Izzy. And so it just didn't you got to have 2 sides somehow. And it's just too much time in the pocket for Drake May. And those of you are like, go blitz more. Motherfucker is deadly on against the blitz. You can't do that. Todd had to pick his moments, and it's just it's hard for me to blame the defense because I really do think that even with what they did wrong, they still did enough to give us a chance. They did. Like we had a chance in that first and second quarter to go up 17-7 or 21-3. Like we had a chance and we didn't. We didn't capitalize.
We got super cute in the fucking red zone. We had some momentum going, and it's like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. Like that's the frustration with Grizzard, where he just doesn't understand the flow very well. He just doesn't. And that's why I think everybody's lost patience with the guy. And sorry, you're in that position, buddy. When you took this job, you inherited a Porsche, and it's not even close to winning races like we were used to. We knew going in, you weren't as ugly as we had last season. That was one of the downfalls. You're just kind of like a forgettable face. Yeah. Right. You weren't.
I forget his name a lot of times. If I wasn't so upset at him all the time, I'd probably forget his name. Like he's forgettable. His play calling's forgettable. And he just doesn't seem to be improving at all. It's just like more of it's just a missionary offense right now. And without Baker going out there and being Captain Save-A-Ho, it's just basic. I mean, think about it, Stank.
Bitch offense
on this team right now. Who's the big motherfucker with the voice? I don't want to, say that Todd Bowles isn't the leader of this team, but in the locker room, which player is that guy? Who's the JPP or the Ryan Jensen on this team right now? Levante David. Levante has said he's not really a voice guy. He's kind of lead by example. Antoine, probably a hybrid of those two. We don't have a loudmouth Carlton Davis type of guy, thankfully, because that guy couldn't back it up. But who in that locker room right now is that guy? Mike Evans, maybe, but Mike Evans,
no, it's been the crazy part is it's been that O-line, right? We knew that Baker and the O-line just kind of were the face of this team in a weird way, but they've just been beaten to shit. And Baker's been beaten to shit. And Bucky's been beaten to shit. And we've lost our Hall of Fame wide receiver. And Godwin is clearly still nursing both injuries, right? Can we say that? There's just no way a fucking bone bruise from the Seattle game is keeping this guy out of the rotation and he's not practicing.
It's not even on the same leg, is it?
I don't think it's on the same leg, but
I believe it is, but it's a different part of the fibula.
I think it's pretty clear at this point.
I mean, I could see that because it does give him his only support and confidence on that ankle. So I could see how this would take, and probably they're probably thinking if we rush this back, we might end this guy's career. And so I think they're just holding hope that we can get him back. But here's my problem, man. When he's gone and Mike Evans is gone, their routes shouldn't go away too. There should still be a way to run.
Yeah, but there is no Mike Evans routes, okay? Like Mike is just a motherfucker out there. Nobody's going to replace him. Nobody's going to be able to do what he does.
But you got who's the last guy to run a deep in route for us? It's Mike left.
I don't pretend to watch all 22 professionally here. I can't tell you.
They changed. Things changed. And then from that Seattle game to the San Francisco game, slight change. And from the San Francisco game on, it has been just a fucking absolute shit show on offense, man. And gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. Maybe we'll have an all 22 nerd come on here and try to tell us that we're idiots, and who knows? But I'm watching shit and I'm like,
it's been a while. We haven't had an all 22 nerd come on here in a while. And I think it to a detriment because we're not getting any better, right? We're out here trying to break down X's and O's, and nobody wants to hear that from us.
Nobody.
You know, although I have an extensive coaching background, from Pee Wee to JV football. Like you guys, you should see me on a whiteboard, but I don't think you guys subscribe and tune in for that. Ultimately, I can get busy, you know, with 135 pound to 175 pound, you know, range of person. But the full grown guys don't have a whole lot of experience with those. Yeah.
Wow. All right. It's time to listen to your fucking voicemails. You guys are pretty up there. We got some voicemails from halftime.
Hell yeah.
We got a lot of voicemails too.
We got some
we had like 10 of
voicemails
them.
from halftime. Okay. Unless you have anything else to add, Stank, about this fucking game.
No,
I think I've gotten it off my chest. I'm not feeling good at all. And I had to come on here and just unload this shit, right? My load's been cooking all day. I've been edging to fucking yell about Grizzard and Levante David and all these guys. But yeah, now for those of you who hate, especially you, Stank, calling that guy Shoyinka, now you see why Hassan Reddick is actually important on this team. He's not just a pass rusher.
We'll see.
Go back and watch. Go back and watch.
Yeah.
You're such a bitch, man. All right. The first one is the Cody. Should I play Cody's halftime or should I go to post games only?
I mean, let's give the halftime call a chance because I want to hear a little bit of optimism. I feel like I need it.
All right. I don't know if that was optimistic. We just went down 14-10 at that point.
Okay.
I swear I'm on my way to Tampa to fucking beat the shit out of Josh Grizzard.
See?
What plays that he's calling?
Jeez.
It's like the first drive of the game, he decides to go raw dog, fuck raw. And then after that, fucking straps a condom on like a little pussy, no risk. What is he doing? What is up with all these screens? What is up with all these tosses? Run straight at them. That was what was working. Attack the middle of the field. That's what's been working. Why is he being so fucking cute about it and not being aggressive? That is why the Patriots are winning. They're being aggressive. Look at what they've already gone for on fourth down twice. That's being aggressive. They want to win. I'm not sure if Josh Grizzard wants to fucking win. And Baker Mayfield, listen, man, I love Emeka too, but there's other people on your team that are open. Throw it to them. Stop eyeballing Emeka like he's a sexy hot chick at the bar and fucking throw it to one of the ugly chicks.
Cheesecake Factory.
Like, we should not be losing this game. We came out and put the foot to the throttle, and we should keep our foot on the throttle. Stop throwing jabs, throw hooks, knock them out. Like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, see,
Todd Bowles, man, I don't know why you need to give Benjamin Morrison reps just for the sake of giving him reps. Keep Jamel Dean in the fucking field. I never thought I'd ever say that. But keep the motherfucker on the field. We need him there. You're not playing a 3-16. You're playing a 7-2 team. You're playing a playoff team. Do you just want to keep getting embarrassed by all these good teams? Fuck.
Wow. I agree. I don't know if he's getting any better after the game ended.
No, he's going to get way angrier there.
Oh boy.
That was mild. Jonas Steckler asked a question, even though he didn't donate money. He said, do the voicemails eventually get sent to Jason Light? Actually, Jason's the one who he vets them and then he sends them to us first. So yeah, everything goes across.
I usually have coffee
Jason's
with him on
desk.
Saturday morning around 5 a.m. and we just listen to these and we laugh our asses. He laughs a lot about the trade ones mostly, but yeah, he does think that your commentary about Hassan Reddick is borderline mentally ill, but that's just...
I gotta keep it. Listen, I gotta keep it spicy. Me and Jason's marriage, we can't exist when he likes me, bro. It's just not a comfortable situation.
You know what?
And
We
I'm
can't
pretty
win
sure-
unless I call out Levante. You're right. We need this.
I'm pretty sure he wants to whoop my ass, during the season on probably lots of occasions, and that's the way I like to keep it. He hasn't threatened my life publicly in a while on Twitter. I'm waiting for it though. I'm waiting for it, Jason. I'm waiting.
This one's from Froggy215.
What's going on, y'all? My name's Frog from West Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? West Philadelphia.
Born
And I watch y'all podcast. Big fans of y'all.
Nice.
Keep doing what y'all doing. I support y'all. Love from Philly. I'm a Buccaneers fan. I just want to say, like, Josh, however you say his fucking last name, Grizzard, he's fucking horrible. What the fuck do you be doing? Like, his decision making, like, and I know we're injured on, like, we're hurt on offense and stuff like that. I understand all that stuff, but still, it comes to a point. It's a 3rd and 3. We were going to have to go for it on 4th down anyway. We didn't get it. Why didn't we run the ball?
Thank you.
Why didn't we run the ball right there? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like his playmaking skills is horrible. Like it's just really bad, and that's all I came on here really to say. Like he's really fucking horrible at play calling. He play calls like a bitch, like a scary ass pussy. And I'm glad we could curse and say what we want on here.
Hell yeah.
He play calls like a pussy.
That's twice
like a
now.
JV
2 voicemails. 2 times he's been called.
Football offensive coordinator coach. Like his play calling is just so fucking scary, and something has to change. Like he has to drop his fucking balls and be a man. Stop calling these little bitch ass plays. And can we get some check down, please? Can we get some more check downs? That's it, y'all. That's all I got to say.
2 voicemails in, and we've heard Grizzard being called a pussy and his manhood questioned in both calls.
Damn.
I think we've caught a theme here, Stink.
We're on a heater.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to see this guy's dick, and they wants him to put it on the table, and he hasn't done it yet.
He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't proven it.
And we're a big dick on the table podcast here.
Huge.
Yeah, dude. Outside of maybe the Seattle game, which I think he was feeling himself a little bit there. Best game of the season.
I mean, but how much? If you go back and watch it now, considering it was the only time this happened, one's got to question if it was just Baker playing just in another stratosphere, right? That was just a video game moment, right? That's not the norm. That's the anomaly at this point.
The thing is,
I live in South Jersey, maybe a half hour from the Eagles Stadium.
What's up with these Philly?
Who's that guy?
I don't know. What happened?
Half hour from the Eagles Stadium.
I don't know. Vixen, close your shit. Why is this guy's shit not playing? All right, here we go. I loaded it.
Dude, I live in South Jersey, maybe a half hour from the Eagles Stadium. How can you not get fucking fans to sell that place out? And you got a winning record. I mean, that is the biggest bunch of loser fans I have ever. It's embarrassing.
It is.
You're on TV watching it, and the away team is louder than your home team. It's awful. I mean, seriously, it's just mind-boggling. And then on top of it, you got that loser Todd Bowles. Oh my God forbid. I can't. He's the modern day Tony Dungy.
That's not a bad thing.
He needs to go. You need to get somebody real in there. I can't.
That dude crashed out, dude. Holy shit.
Well, listen, he's not wrong, right? I mean, what else can we do? We've called out this shitty ass fan base. Nothing helps. And unless ownership gets involved, which they're not going to get involved, as long as there's asses in the seats, I don't think they really give a fuck. But yes, the in-game experience at Raymond James Stadium is fucking awful. It's basically like LA, where this is where opposing fan bases come to take over our stadium. This is a vacation destination. You heard it. And everybody say, oh, they live here. They probably do. But Bucs fans, a lot of them sold their tickets to Buffalo's fans and to Buffalo groups and probably made a nice
New England.
I'm sorry, fucking New England. Doesn't matter. It could have been Buffalo. It could be the Eagles, the Giants. Every team that travels well, everybody on the East Coast that plays football, that comes to Tampa ends up taking over our stadium. And we were 6-2 going to that game, man. And it's pathetic, but it doesn't really matter. I could cry about it. Been crying about it since I was a kid. Nobody gives a fuck. And unless this fan base grows like a real rabid following, we don't have that football fan base culture here, the Bucs fans culture. We've been trying to build it for years.
The problem, Stank, is that a lot of these people aren't from here. So when they are down here, they support the team, sure. But when their home team, like the Giants, the Bills, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Bears, when those guys come to town, they put on their actual loyalties. They put on.
There's enough fans in the Bay Area to fill that fucking stadium. I'm tired of the excuses. There are plenty of fans in this area who just don't want it because the in-game experience isn't good. I'm sorry, it's just not. We've got a beautiful stadium. I like the stadium. The heat, whatever. You can complain about but whatever it is, they're just not spending their money. They're not rabid enough. They don't ride or die with this fucking football team. They'd rather sit at home and do whatever the fuck they do and allow our stadium to be
listen.
Taken over.
If you gotta sell your tickets for financial reasons, you need the extra. Sell it to a Bucs fan. Sell it to a Bucs fan. That, you don't have to sell it to the opposing. You don't have to just blindly sell it.
The people who are spending good money on expensive season tickets.
Yeah, but sometimes they do that because they know they're going to get their money back on 2 games. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard guys tell me that shit.
Figure out a way to avoid that
until
occurring.
the Bucs.
Until the
Bucs take it seriously like the Lightning did and do something about it. It's never going to fucking change, man. All right, you might want to adjust your volumes because this is Brother Lou's first voicemail.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck was that? What was that we watched, bro? We came off the fucking bye. The bye. The boys should have been well rested and shit. Some of those guys look like they're still on the fucking bye. I mean, come on, bro. The fuck, defense? How you let these guys run on us like that, bro? What the fuck was that? I can't, man. I can't. Bake was off. Grizz. Motherfucker! The fuck with those play calls, man? I was losing it, bro. I was losing it, man. I'm here, man. I had to take a few minutes before the fucking. I couldn't call right away after the game, bro. I had to collect myself, man. And here I am, man. I'm still beside myself, man, because we're better than this fucking team. Let a fucking rookie come in and punk us in our own fucking crib? The fuck, man? I'm tired of that shit, man. The fuck, man? I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to fucking take this Patriot cock out of my ass. I'm fucking trying to walk this off, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to get better and shit, man, but fuck, man. I got fucking tons of fucking chowder boys fucking chiming in, talking this shit, man. And they got every right to, bro. You know what I'm saying? They took the fucking dubs from us, man, and that was it, man. That was it. We couldn't do shit.
Couldn't do shit. How many people are just saying I can't? How many people are just saying I can't in these voicemails staying? Willie T.
Man, fuck Josh Grizzard. I hate that piece of shit so much.
That's the whole voicemail?
Yikes.
Grizzard, too.
He didn't even respect him with his own fucking name, dude. That was 6 seconds right there. All right. Basically 4 seconds because he's fucking playing around with his hand or something there. Alexander Wynn. Next voicemail.
G'day, guys. This is Alex from Australia. Just calling in just to give some perspective on what I saw. I think we're going to see and hear a lot of fucking bullshit over the next little bit about, fire Todd Bowles and, this team's really garbage or this team's not actually good or fire Jason Light or Jason Light should have traded for this or that edge rusher and it would have made all the difference. It's all fucking bullshit. So here's the reality. This team's going to win at least 11 games. I said 13 in my last call. I still don't think that's out of the question, even with this loss. It's a loss to an AFC team, which is tough and physical. Doesn't really impact us in the NFC that much. We're still clearing the division. We're still 6-3. The Panthers are 5-5. We still control our own destiny. I think people need to chill the fuck out. And the other thing is that this Patriots team is a very good team, and yet we had 115 yards on the ground against them, which is really excellent stuff. And I saw someone else say that Sean Tucker is the only back that's made above 50 yards against the Patriots all season. I mean, Tyke Smith played absolutely brilliantly in this game. So yes, I think the big picture takeaway is this team's going to be fine. And I could say more about, some of the good things from this team, but at the end of the day, this team will be fine. Now, there are things to improve, and I have 3 things for your consideration. I think they really need to clean up. First is play calling, and particularly screens and first down runs. I think that just needs to be a bit better, and I think there should be easy passes like we saw when Brady was throwing to Leonard Fournette. We should have more of those. The second one is run defense against big plays. We've seen them give up a lot of big explosive plays in the run, Seattle, Lions, Texans, Patriots. So, that needs to get cleaned up. And the last thing I'll say is special teams. That just needs to get cleaned up. I mean, the punter was in his 30s on net yardage. That's not good enough. So even though they're not giving up big plays, it's still a problem. They need to sack their special teams coordinator.
Somebody's getting fired in every voicemail right now.
That was a perfect call, by the way. It really was. And you know what? A little optimism in there that doesn't hurt. But I think his points all make a whole lot of fucking sense. It's the sky isn't falling. Even if we drop the next 2 games, which are a possibility, I still don't think the sky is falling. Our division is just garbage. It's fucking hot garbage, and we should just roll through them. And ultimately, hopefully, we get healthy and start to get some consistency back and some confidence. And I don't, whatever this team's lacking, but we've got to be better, man. We got to be better. We just gave a game away, in my opinion. We did.
100%.
Yeah, this is David here. First time caller, long time listener.
Thank you, sir.
I love Thai chili wings and blue cheese is king.
Thank you.
With that being said,
perfect call. Anyway,
Gizzard.
Oh,
dude, your situational game awareness is fucking awful. 3rd and 3. Oh, let me go ahead and throw it, bro. Run the goddamn ball. and guys, this musical chairs O-line shit. We can't get it together. Tristan is not healthy. I don't know what it is. He's not. He's getting beat too much, bro. And as a result, with all that in consideration, our receivers can't get any separation. And yeah, on the defensive side of the ball, God, you gave us a chance with the pick at the end. Thank God for Tyke Smith. But then you have, total of 3 50-plus yard TDs that you give up? Jesus. And Pats, they only had 1 sack yesterday. There was the O-line can't even stop a nosebleed. They suck. They are awful. And that's on you, Jason. Yeah, Jason Light. Trey Hendrickson was right there during the trade deadline, and you did nothing. Oh, with every pick, there's a Tyke Smith. There's a great player. Well, there's also a JTS, Jason. Let go of the goddamn picks. We're losing these next 2 games. There's no way that we're going to win. And down the stretch, I don't see us being Atlanta. I don't see us being Miami. We're going to have to sweep Carolina to win the division.
What?
God! Go Bucs.
Listen, David's pissed. Thank you for the call, David. Thank you for the call, David. But we already beat Atlanta. And okay, yeah, Miami played a good game against a division foe, which, at least they're going to know their division pretty well. Maybe Miami gets hot and we end up having a fight with them. I don't know, but yeah, calm down a little bit there, buddy. Calm the fuck down.
Listen, nobody was trading even a 4th round pick, which was reported as the highest they got for Trey Hendrickson. You got to pay this guy, and he's a 30-year-old. It's not happening. As much as I'd love to have him on this team, I'd almost be willing to bet that 4th round offer may have been from the Bucs. Who knows? Because that's not terrible, but you still got to pay this guy, and he is 30, right? So you don't even know what you're getting. You're getting a rental, and you may not even be able to pay him what he wants. Most teams are not going to give that up as obvious because he didn't get traded. So if you want to yell at Jason Light, you can yell at 31 or 30 other GMs as well.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, so I guess they're all stupid too. I mean, I guess. Well, sure. Evan T.
Back, guys. What a shitty feeling it is waking up after a loss. I gotta thank Stank, and more specifically C. Dottie, who we all know is secretly a Bucs fan, for giving us laughs after the Falcons choke once again. There was a game yesterday at Raymond James Stadium. Don't know if the Bucs knew about it, but all those transplant Floridian massholes surely did. Why should we even care about getting the number 1 seed? We'd basically be playing on the road anyway. I posted on Twitter, and I think it's true supply. Baker has no more shot at the MVP. We're not winning 14 games, unlikely to get the 1 seed, and most upsetting of all, there's a reality where Bucky, Chris, Mike, Jalen, and Kalijah all don't return. We need to stop saying, wait till we get these guys back. Will Bucky make a difference in the run game? Of course. Will Mike open up opportunities for Mecca to be one-on-one? Of course he will. He's a fucking legend and first ballot Hall of Famer. But we need to get our heads out of the clouds. Even if these guys return, it'll take them a while before they return back to their former selves. This team needs to learn how to win now without those guys here. We're 6-3, but trending in the wrong direction. We played a good team yesterday, but we were outmanned, outcoached, out-executed, and outmatched. This offense finally came out on fire for the first time since the Texans game, and then the defense made a stop right away, and then the offense defecated all over themselves until the fourth quarter. We're still struggling. Baker is still not playing up to his usual self, and the killer in all of this was when we gave up a touchdown before halftime and a touchdown immediately after halftime. I'm not going to critique every part of this game. It's time to move on to Buffalo. But when Greg Gaines is your highest-rated PFF player, you know that something went terribly wrong. Shout out to Emeka and Tez. Tyke, you answered my call by getting an interception and blasting May like John Lynch back in the day. Graham Barton, wake the fuck up or take a hike. As always, fuck the Patriots. Fuck those shitty-ass toxic Patriots fans. And go them.
Pretty good call. Kind of up and down. But it was positivity and negativity. But you know what? It's okay. You got to have a system. Tomorrow's Tuesday, Stank, and we're going to be done with this. We're going to be no more Patriots sadness. All right, it's got me sick. I'm not even feeling well right now.
I know you were under the weather, but you're like, there's no fucking way I gotta get the poison out of my fucking system.
I got to.
And sometimes you gotta rub one out to get it out of your system, right? That's what we're here for. If really anything, we're here just to get a load off. I'm starting to feel a little bit better because I share the disappointment with everybody. I do. But this team has their destiny in their own hands.
Still,
they have the capability to beat Buffalo on the road, and you're right. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, right? Do we really want the 1 seed to play at home, to be outmanned in our own fucking stadium? I don't know. Maybe we road dogged our way to the Super Bowl. Maybe that's just what we fucking need.
I mean, Stank, dude. We're actually a good team on the road.
We are.
Under Todd Bowles, we're a pretty good team on the road. It seems like we play better or focus more on the better opponents when we're on the road. It's like when we come home is when we get too comfortable thinking that we're at home. They need to just treat every game like a road game. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. We're in a silent count sometimes. So, I mean,
what if they did everything that they normally do on a road game, right? They go to the little airport, right? We do the little interviews as they're getting on the plane.
And then they just sit in the plane for 4 hours.
No. They fly to St. Pete, take a bus to Raymond James, and play the game.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe go stay in a hotel the night before. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm willing to try.
Just so you guys know, there is actually a flight from St. Pete to Tampa.
Absolutely.
What?
Look it up. It's real. It's not
Lou
only real. It's
Cannis, bro. It's your brother Lou here, man.
Oh shit! Here we go.
It's Monday, bro. It's late in the day. I got these fucking massholes still fucking sending me shit, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. They could suck my fucking cock. Those bastards. I mean, it's bad enough we gotta fucking deal with this shit, man. But it's fucking Monday already. Move on, bro. They got a fucking Thursday night game, man. Get the fuck out of here with this shit, man. I mean, next time we fucking play them, it's gonna be fucking 20-33. God knows where I'll fucking be, man. You know what I'm saying, man? My wife probably curved me at a fucking nursing home and shit. My dementia will fucking be kicked in. I won't even know my fucking name. Who fucking knows? But we'll fucking kick that ass.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I got dark.
I don't think these fuckers are talented enough to go to the Super Bowl. I just said it, man. Suck my fucking cock, you bastards. But anyway, man, I just wanted to ask a couple quick questions. What do you think of Baker, man? You know, do you think this guy's playing hurt, man? I mean, I know everybody's fucking injured this time of year, bro, but you think that oblique fucking injury is holding him up, man? Maybe that's why he's not running. You know, I know it affects your twist and turning and shit, man. I wonder if it affects his throwing, you know,
motion.
His throwing the motion and shit, but who knows, man? But hopefully something, you know, he heals up, man, gets back into gear, bro. Big Ben going down, man, sucks, bro. Shit changed, man. Everything was going smooth when Big Ben was in there, and then after he fucking dropped out, man, we had to fucking put in our backups. The shit just started going south for us, man, offensively. Our defense, fucking guys were gambling and shit. Fuckers. I don't know, man. That's fuck.
Yeah. I think he cut him off. He cut himself off. But yeah, I agree with him. There were a couple of plays I wish Benjamin Morrison and Zion Collins could get back where they weren't. And I think maybe even Tyke Smith stank where they just make the tackle. Don't jump for the ball. If you got to dive, leave your feet to get that pick, probably not getting it. I hate to break it to y'all. Even though the Tyke one in the end zone was off his feet. So, yeah. Sometimes you got to make the smart play, not the splash play. That's why I like Rondé so much. He knew when. You know that? He knew when to just make the fundamental tackle. Don't let him get into the yard.
Remember, too, man, the best weapon for our defense is our offense putting points up and putting pressure on the opposing offense to score, right? And we just don't have the benefit of that right now where it's a close game. They don't have to rush. They can just do what they do and run their offense and stay patient. You know, nothing's predictable at that point. This offense has to take advantage of, you know, every opportunity to put points on the board and start 7 on the board and start actually allowing this defense to eat a little bit. And they've been eating, even in close games, they've been eating. We've had the turnover. We had a turnover in this game. It's not enough, man. The offense isn't carrying their weight. And fuck the special teams, okay? I'm gonna say that. Fuck the special teams, all of them. The kicker, the punter, the coach, the coverage unit, all of them. Fuck them all. Yeah. It's been a disaster all season long. And I don't trust kickers. I don't care how good he's been doing because I already know he's going to hurt me at some point. He's going to cut my heart out when it matters most. So fuck that guy too. I'm just done with that unit, bro. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I can't imagine a scenario where that guy keeps his job at the end of the season. It's unfortunate that he should already be fired by now. You would think after those 3 blocks in the 4-week span, probably should have lost his job. But
can we stop interviewing that guy too? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
What's he going to do with a smile on his face and shit?
We ran into him in Seattle. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I didn't even shake his hand. I'm a pretty respectful guy when it comes to these dudes because they do a job that I think is harder than most people realize.
I wanted to throw a fish at him, bro, but I'm a respectful guy. I'm a gentleman. You know, we were right there. They were throwing fish flying all around us. I wanted to hit him with a fish, but I didn't do it.
He almost got hit by a fish, actually. I caught it.
Almost.
I caught it
almost. But you know what? He outran it. He outran the coverage. He overran it. Yeah.
Actually, he got blocked. That's what I heard. So
the fish got blocked.
Yeah, fish got blocked.
What the fuck was this fan base's overreaction to that game yesterday?
30-yard.
The only thing that made me more pissed off, other than the loss itself, was our own fan base. That shit was embarrassing.
Yeah.
These fans, quote unquote, sell their tickets, don't show up to the game, by the way, and then after the game, just spew sensitive, emotionally led bullshit. We'll never win a Super Bowl under Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles needs to be fired. Josh Grizzard needs to be fired. I don't know if we can win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Shut the fuck up with the emotionally led responses. Take a deep breath. I promise the air's beautiful. It's real nice down here in Tampa. Take a deep breath.
Kind of cold.
Take a step back and look at what this team is dealing with. Wide receiver 1 out, wide receiver 2 out, wide receiver 4 out, running back 1 out, best pass rusher out, and have started every single game this season with at least 2 starting offensive linemen out. If you can name me any other team in the NFL that can deal with those circumstances and have to play the schedule that we've played so far, New England, Philly, Detroit, San Fran, Seattle, and be 6-3, I'm waiting. There's not another fucking team, maybe 1 or 2, but there is not many teams that can deal with this, yet you want to get rid of the coach. That shit is embarrassing to everyone else in this fan base. When you don't show up to the games, on TV, there's fucking MVP Drake May chants because you decide to sell your ticket to your neighbor who's from the Northeast and make a quick buck. Nut up or shut the fuck up. Now's the time to stand behind your team. Set up your lemonade stand in front of your house. Start your OnlyFans. Whatever the fuck you got to do to be there on Sundays. We got a quarterback that represents Tampa Bay perfectly. Show up to the fucking games if you actually care. Simple as that. Damn, dude.
Wow.
Call of the night. Call of the night.
Great call.
He said it.
Call of
Great
the
fucking
night,
call. You know, we're the problem. Honestly, it's pretty clear at this point. We are the fucking problem. It is a dead zone in that fucking stadium. It just sucks. It sucks. If you could hear Samurai at least clap from the other side of the stadium up high, he's the loudest person in that stadium. You shouldn't be able to just clap your way to being the loudest fan. It's just terrible. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the experience. I really fucking am. It's just.
It's sad, Stank.
It's under my skin, dude.
Like, we have to ask the stadium to stand up on third down, and 70% of the people don't even fucking bat an eye.
Nobody listens because they
don't even fucking care.
They don't care, man.
We've gone to Green Bay. We've gone to Kansas City. We've gone to Seattle. We stand the entire game because everybody at those games stands the entire game. The Pittsburgh Steelers, like, these guys don't have to be told to be loud on defense. Not only that, they're loud every play on defense. We're only loud every third or fourth third down that might matter. These guys at other stadiums, man, I fucking respect the hell out of these motherfuckers. They are up on their feet the entire game. First down, loud. Second down, loud. Third down, loud. Oh, you just gave up a first down? Loud again. Second down, loud. Oh, you just gave up another first down? No problem. First down, loud again. Like, it didn't fucking matter. We get up on third down. Once we give up that first down, we're not getting up again for another quarter. That's what happens in our stadium. That's how fucking dead that shit is in that fucking arena. It's crazy because growing up, I was like, man, I can't wait to go to a Bucs game. I finally get to one. I'm like, what? Well, what am I crazy? Am I the only one who's running around like a madman at home watching away games? Like, what the fuck, man? And then we go on these fucking road trips, Stank, and it's night and day what happens over there, man. It's fucking respectful as fuck. I can't. It's just unbelievable what these guys do for their fucking team, man. I'm not saying you're gonna make a difference, but damn. None.
There's no advantage. There's zero advantage, right? If anything, the opposing fan base might disturb our home quarterback and make him have to go to the silent count. We don't ever impact the game from a noise standpoint ever. They can call their plays. I can hear it from where I'm at. I can hear Drake May just calling out plays leisurely, taking his fucking sweet time.
Let's say it's not just us. It's not just the fans. It's also DJ Eakin. All right. Whoever the fuck that announcer is, tells us it's football time in Tampa Bay.
Watch out.
I'm just saying, man, that experience is some bullshit. Okay, we went to that Seahawks game and they have like they got like Tampa and Bay. It's perfect. It matches up to their same cadence, and they do that Seahawks thing, and these motherfuckers lose their goddamn mind. Okay, and they don't stop. And like we could just say C, and they all fucking respond with Hawk. Like. That shit was different, man. The Green Bay Packers game, fucking different. Even the fucking Falcons with their fake one corner of the stadium with the fans that all got free tickets to be really loud and hold flags up for the camera.
Yeah, pumping crowd noise there.
They still stand the fuck up at least, right? Like that shit. Like, come on, man. Like we gotta fix the environment. No, we don't. We need at this point. We need an MC that knows what the fuck he's doing at these games. End of story. We need somebody with a microphone.
They should hire us. They should hire us.
Let me take over. I promise you, we'll have a fucking tradition at the end of each third quarter. We'll have a game, a pre-game tradition before the kickoff. Like, we don't have any of those things. We're fucking pirates.
Well, there is
pirates.
They definitely don't play to any
nothing
tradition outside of. I don't even hear the yo ho Pirates Life for Me Can thing anymore. They've eliminated that. They eliminated the Tampa arrow, Bay arrow. We don't even see that anymore. Like I really don't get the in-game experience. And honestly, I don't know whose decision it is to eliminate some of the tradition that we did.
Get rid of that fucking drum line.
No, the drum.
Get rid of the drum line.
It's just bad, bro. And I don't know if it's the Glazers are too cheap to pay for. I don't know what it is. I don't know this.
They already paid DJ Eakin. They're paying him. Okay, just tell him to do a better job.
They haven't handed anything out to the fans the entire season either, right? It's just, I don't know, bro. They pack it in. It just feels like all they care about is filling the fucking seats. And they don't give a shit about it creating a good game experience. They just don't.
Eakin, call me, motherfucker. Call me. I'll give you my ideas for free. You can even pretend you fucking came up with them. I don't give a fuck. I don't want credit. I don't give a shit. But fucking call me. I'm going to help you keep your fucking job. Because if you don't call me, I'm going to do my best to get you fired.
Everybody's getting called out on the show right now.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Even the in-game announcers.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And the guy who announces that it's football time in Tampa, you go fuck yourself, bro. What the fuck is that? It's football time in Tampa. That's how they tell us to all get ready for opening kickoff. It's football time in Tampa, like it's fucking 1955. Hey, come on, folks, grab a cigar, stand up there in your seat. It's football time in Tampa, see? Like, what the fuck are we doing right now? That's how we're going to get fucking ready? I mean, I almost want to say I miss Crazy Train at this point, which I hated.
Why? I liked it.
I hated it.
Actually got the fans going, though.
I hated it. It made me hate that song. Made me hate that song.
It was tradition.
It's not.
There's no tradition. The tradition is other fans taking over our stadium. That's the tradition.
All right. Anyway, make sure you guys check us out on loosecannonslive.com. And of course, you can listen to us if you're truck drivers or you just prefer to go fall asleep to the sweet sounds of my voice. And maybe stinks.
You need to apologize to Eakin, by the way. It was unfair. You shouldn't have gone after him.
No, it's not unfair. Everybody is to blame. Everybody. Nobody's above. If I called out Levante, you think I can't call out DJ Eakin? Come on, dude. Come on. And also, that's a number 3 backwards on your jersey, guy. Get a grip. All right. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and yes, even on Pornhub. You can listen to us. And, of course, you can always watch us on loosecannonslive.com, or you can listen to us on there as well. Make sure you guys leave a comment on who you blame Josh Grizzard's absolute lack of sack over the last 5 or so games. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new and somehow just discovered this amazing podcast. Stank, I'm good now. I feel good. I'm probably going to go drink a bunch of liquids and go to sleep. But, yeah. Other than I got this out of my system. The poison is gone, and it's on to fuck the Bills week. It's a big one.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
It's kickoff. Set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win. Whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all.